Ko Māori e whānau. My name is Neen. I call myself the Joy Ninja, just if you're new. That's my name, Neen. I call myself that because I'm just trying to create a sense of abundance. I have a smaller income, and today I am doing my weekly cash stuffing. This just sorts me out for my regular expenses, and I put some money aside for the bills, for sinking funds, which are like long-term things that I know I'm going to need to pay, stuff like money for the pets and things like that. So let's get started. I have 50, 100, 50, 200, 220, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 3 through 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 4, 405, 10, 15, 25, 430, which is my usual amount after I have paid rent, power, insurance, what else comes out? Oh, Q-Buzz. So I have a subscription for a music service. I've just switched over from Spotify. I'm really enjoying it. And I always start with my wallet dividers, and I just wanted to show you that I actually had $5 left over, plus some change. So the change will count up later, and we have a little savings challenge for that. That $5, I'm going to put it in my son's teeny tiny binder. I just got it from the op shop, but I think it's what's called an A7. So I'm going to put that in there for him for later. He told me this morning he was going to help me vacuum the car out on the weekend. So it's nice to have a little bit of money there that he can save. So first things first, let us get to the right page. Food is going to get 180, 150, 60, 70, 80. Petrol will get its regular 50, and fun money, which is just takeaways, is going to get 10, 20, 30 today. So I'll put that in my wallet. While I'm doing that, I forgot to mention what this is hanging out back there. So in my recent savings challenge video, I finished off some savings challenges, and this is actually not $2.15, I think it's $2.25. Let's give it a quick count. We are going to put it in the binders today. 50, 100, 120, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 205, 10, 15, 25, yeah. So that's $5.25 that is going to be going into my celebrations binder. All right, let's get cracking with my revolving. These are funds that I dip in and out of. I nearly always forget to do this. $15 is going to Big Girl, and I am giving myself $20 just personal spending money. I have a mum in a rest home, and she has a sweet tooth, so sometimes I use it for that if my shopping bill has been quite high, and that's every week, let's face it, lately. But I can also use it for coffees and things like that. So household is going to get $10, and I have been out in the garden $30 now, doing some gardening. We've had a really wet spring, so it's gotten away on me. It's more than a couple of hours worth. So I have just made it my mission to just do a little bit every day, even if it's just 15 minutes, just chip away at it, and I'll get on top of it that way because it's quite overwhelming. Beauty is going to get 5. So I have 10, 20, 30, 5, 40. I didn't do a count of the 5, so I'm not sure that I've got enough. I just, I get my money out of the ATM, and then I go into my savings challenge binder where there's a lot of 5s hanging out, and I consolidate that. So I've got 5s to stuff, but I didn't actually carefully check. Anyway, we'll work it out, it'll be fine. Clothes, well-being's getting skipped, but clothes is going to get $10. So we have 50, 70, 85 sitting in clothes. Hobbies I'm skipping. Family fun I'm going to give 10 to. So that's 20, 30, 40. I'm going to skip on gifts and put 5 into giving. So I've got 20, 30, 40, 55. And then at the back here, I've got my grocery buffer. I forgot my yellow pen again. I just take a little bit out of my wallet, out of the groceries budget, put it aside each week so I can do some bulk spending. Right, so the buffer now should have 60 bucks because each one is 10, and that's what we've got: 20, 40, 50, 60. Cool. Now we'll jump across to education, which is the first envelope in my sinking funds binder. This is the more long-term stuff. It tends to be the more spendy stuff as well. I'm going to be putting $15 in back to school. It's quite obvious what this one's for, but I pay attendance dues, like I pay extra fees for primary school for my son. So it's good to be saving this now so I can do the stationery in the new year, and you know, I need to save like $1,000 a year for both the kids for all of their stuffs. Anyway, so far in back to school I have 20, 30, 45, 50, and because it's the end of the month, I'm just going to note that that's what I've been able to save on my monthly checker. So back to school save 250 is goal 2, and in October I've saved $50 towards that goal, so 200 go. Right, I sell that on Buy Me a Coffee. Let me know if you have any questions if you're new here. If you're not, you've seen that. The only other, well, there's 2. I'm going to go to car fund and put 5 in here. So now car has 50, 70, 80, 95, 100. Which is nice. And then subscriptions. Still haven't got my A&G with printing that off. I need to buy some printer ink. I'm completely out. So I meant to do that online a couple of days ago and it just flew out of my head. I just remembered now. So I'm going to put, am I? Yes, $15 in subscriptions. I think what I'm trying to do here is round up to $50, but let's count it. 20, 30, 45, 50. So there's 100 online, 150 in subscriptions. And again, it's a goal of mine, quite a stretch goal. I don't think I'm going to make this much money in subscriptions, but I wanted to save 300 or 400. So goal 3, I've got $50 in there. Not to fret. I'm going to be putting savings challenges as I finish them into these goals to really boost them up. Anyway, we're all done with sinking funds. Oh, if you're liking this video, give it a thumbs up. That would be super helpful for the algorithm. Thank you. So Moxie has just locked herself in my daughter's room. Hold on. Moxie. My daughter's bedroom door swings shut, and so our little dog goes in there and gets locked in there, and then I just hear scratching at the door. Alright, go to bed. Good girl. Right, so this is the fun binder, and we did have a birthday last week, and I'm not gonna lie, I made a cake and bought a card, and that cost 50 bucks. It did have like 7 egg whites and a whole block of butter in it. So I'm putting 20 in today. Oh, it looks like we have enough fives. Okay, so I've got 100, 200, 20, 30, 40. Happy almost Halloween. I don't really celebrate it, but you know, like I like dressing up. It's just Halloween's not my vibe. So if you love it, awesome. I hope you have a good time. Christmas is all fully funded. I still haven't bought any Christmas presents. I'm kind of like, as the kids get older, it actually gets harder to get something within budget that I know that they'll like. And I'm not down for spending money on crap they don't need or want. Sorry, rant over. I'm going to put $5 into celebrations. So this is just putting a little bit of money aside for Easter eggs. I know it's ages away, but this is what we do. So I have $20 in there. Right, travel is going to be, I've pre-done it, it's going to get $120 from that savings challenge I mentioned earlier. So 120. And then my daughter's weekend away is coming up this month. She's got finals, she's on study leave now, so she's got exams over the next 3 weeks, and then I am treating her to a bit of a weekend away, a girls' weekend, and that is part of her birthday present. So we have 1,000, 100, 1,200, 20, 40, 50, 60, 1,260. Plus also this has got to pay for camping at the end of the year. Events is getting 105. I went to an event that I bought tickets for ages ago on the weekend, but I forgot about Ubers and drinks to get them at the stadium is like crazy money. I'd forgotten about that because I don't go out much. Anyway, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 85, 95, 105. Yippee, I did my maths. 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and 10, 20, 35, 45, 55. Cool. So 155 in there, and I've mentioned it before, there are going to be tickets coming up for sale in early December, and I just don't want to go into debt for that kind of thing, so I have the money set aside. Alright, so that's all for that binder. The last one is my long-term savings. Sadly, it doesn't get as much love as I would like, but it, you know, it is what it is. It gets a little bit worthy. Okay, folks, I completely stuffed up this next section, so I stopped recording, sorted myself out, and I'm re-recording it. I have $20 left in the tray. I think I made some errors somewhere along the way, but we're just going with that, okay? So I'm going to put $10 into Worthy, and it used to have 300 online, but I had to pay, well, I wanted to pay for my yoga, so I put, I took 150 out, so it's got 150, 60, 75. Now, and then the kids are getting $5 each. So Lala has 250, 350, 250, 350, 370, 80, 95, 400. And Squirrel, same, has 250, 300, 320, 45, 50, 350. Lala has more because she has actually put her own allowance towards savings. And emergency fund, we are not stuffing today. I need to take some out though, so I need to update that by sheets. It's kind of a bummer, but at least I am not going backwards. I didn't put it on Klarna. Let's count the change. $4.30, which we already have. So let's do $4.10 and 20 cents. And if you were interested, I bought a scale because she's getting up there. There's still some room in the top, but I thought it'd be interesting. Hold on, let me put the money in. She's nearly 3 kilos, 2.89. So definitely getting up there. Let's see if we can fill her to the top by the end of the year. Thank you for being here with me. I am going to record a savings challenge video for you next. So that'll be out on Monday next week. I hope you have a lovely weekend and I'll see you soon. Mā te wā.